We're live. Good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hello everyone. How are we doing out there in wonderful world wide web? We're back. Episode...
I don't even know. I've lost count now.
7.
Oh, wow. Go on.
7 is this one is my
Bravo. If you don't know what you're in tune with, it is the Me Casa, Esu Casa Friday night party, InTeRLaceD live. Episode 7. And this time we've got the wonderful, you've brought along 2 amazing DJs. I mean, you really do support the underground. Everybody, this is Col Lovelace. He is your host tonight.
Evening,
Thank you all for coming down. This is the Doin Studios.
Yes, wonderful.
Name of the DJs, man.
Sarah Finesse we've got today.
Hi.
And DJ Chewy.
And DJ Chewy.
Yeah.
Which are both, again, you know, guys that really support Me Casa.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Sarah's played from us from like ages ago.
Yeah, for a long time. I was really honoured because I was like, okay, is my style going to fit in?
Right,
Slow down.
Super excited. She's been telling me she's had butterflies and been nervous all week. So let's introduce her properly. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Sarah Finesse.
Hello, everyone.
Amazing. Thank you for coming down. We really appreciate it. I mean, you know, times are funny and it's all a bit weird and, you know, you have to travel undercover. But yeah, thanks for coming down. So where have you come from?
Well, we just moved to Billericay about a year ago, but we obviously were EastEnders. We used to live in Hackney.
Okay.
But I bought my Holly Boo.
Okay.
She drove with me as well tonight, so big up my Holly. But yeah, we come from Billericay, Essex.
Okay.
So it's not too far.
Right, so where do we start with this? I mean, I'd like to take it with, obviously, the sort of, like you're saying, I mean, you're one of the regular DJs at Me Casa.
Yeah, she's played.
So how did you pick up on Sarah?
I don't even, it always, when we ask this question, you know, I always try and think back, where do I remember? Yeah, and I never remember. I think, was it at this, because maybe I go to a lot of parties. I don't know.
I think you go to a lot of parties.
A lot of parties, I think, and what it was, I think, and he was like, oh my God, I really like your sound, and I was kind of, not up front, but I don't really play out a lot at them times, and I'm still kind of a little bit like that.
Oh, really?
So I was just like,
because I feel like I'm quite used to seeing your name around.
It's getting there. I mean, I think I'm a little bit like Marmite, not Marmite, but I'm a kind of, you know, for the sound, I'm a little bit selfish how I play, but it was amazing. Kind of, like, really
so should we take it there then? I mean, so you've been DJing how long?
Oh, for a long time. I mean, 20 years, but not really massively on the scene. I started off on Deja. I got a big up Super D for that because he introduced me to that. So thanks, Super. I was on there for about 9 years.
Okay.
And then I went into Unknown.
So this is when? What period?
God, about 1990, 2001.
Wow.
And then I went on to Unknown for about 8-9 years. And then I went on to House for about 8 years as well. So I think that sounds about right. So I started kind of young.
Yeah, sure.
And I think we met. I remember Colin used to do White House.
Yeah.
And it was just like you used to do.
Yeah, we've talked about the White House before,
that's
haven't
right.
we?
Yeah. It was a ladies' night. We just do every time. We just do like ladies' DJs.
You know, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm really nervous because. You know, I've got to thank Colin, I've got to thank Ford, I've got to thank T, I've got to thank a lot of people who brought me in.
Yeah.
The thing is, the circuits, you think it's bigger, but it's quite small. You've got pockets of ravers and pockets of groups of...
Sure.
Very
true.
So,
I was going to touch on that sort of within the conversation we're having. No, that's fine. So, I mean, how does it start with you? So, you know... DJing, where does you don't just DJ?
No,
do you?
what it was, I think musically you love your music. Your mum was in music. We were from Newcastle. My mum and my family were all.
You're from Newcastle, really? Okay.
So then we moved to Essex. I'll kind of be quick with this.
Yeah.
And then,
No, that's fine. Take your time. Take your time. Yeah.
So we've always, like siblings, we've always been into music and stuff.
From what though? From listening to?
Yeah, just listening, being brought up by it, just like, and then what it was, you listen to the radio. You remember you used to press record. I used to, like, listen to all your like certain pirate stations.
Yeah.
Older,
Amazing.
I always used to be around older people, so. Going out the raving when I shouldn't have been raving with the other people. I was pretty looked after, you know, I'm talking about the acid times back then and then etc. But I've got to say a big thank you to Kurt Whitbread because he showed me kind of how to beat match.
Oh, really?
But I couldn't stand the music. He used to play like techno and kind of, not drum and bass, but it was just like hardcore. And I was like, I really don't like this music. But you kind of show me the basics of it, and then obviously, as I said, being around older people, you have certain separate scenes, the raving scene, and it was like, I'm not going to afford to get a pair of decks, and then.
So that was your the first goal was get some decks.
And it was just like, because I couldn't afford that. So this was when I used to live in Essex, But I always remember that. So I've got to big up Kirk if you're listening. Claire and Kurt, love you guys. Thank you for that.
Nice.
Even though I didn't like the music, which you don't.
Just to emphasise that.
Yeah. But that's kind of where it started. I think
Yeah.
it's certain dispersals of pockets of surroundings.
Yeah.
That you had decks.
Yeah,
Obviously, not CDJs,
Turntables.
Yeah.
And them times you can afford them. It was really, really expensive.
Yeah,
It was like
yeah.
pretty taboo.
Yeah. And of
So
course, getting music as well.
Yeah,
Music
it
was
was
more
massive.
expensive. Yeah,
And then I
yeah.
think probably when you started going to record shops, and then started off like doing the record shopping and doing this and going online, and then he's like, okay, this is good. What it's got with decks. And then I think what it was again, I do have to say a massive shout out to a lot of people on the scene, a lot of people do the part, especially as well, Colin. Ford was one of the first persons that actually brought me in, so big up Ford.
We had him, he was on the last show,
I've got to say a massive shout out.
Oh, we love Ford.
I know, he's so cool. And we was rocking vinyl then.
So was you making sacrifices to get vinyl?
No, because I got me decks.
Yeah.
It was just like, it wasn't sacrifice, but it was just like, my headset was, sorry. You know when you love something, a certain sound, I was picking a certain sound which I really, really like. And I think what kind of pushed me back a bit, which I didn't mind, was I wouldn't get booked for certain venues, and I'd get it because I wouldn't fit in, and I would say no because I'd clear the dance floor if I wanted to go home.
Okay.
So
What was that? Because your style you were following at that time?
Yeah, I think.
So do you kind of give yourself a tag? Like what style do you play?
I kind of
Sarah Finesse.
selfish. No, I don't
Selfish
mean it,
finesse.
But I don't mind not being booked for lots of stuff and lots of stuff that do get booked. But I really appreciate it. I'm not out there consistent.
Yeah.
But when I'm out there, it's really, really lovely because I get loads of support from people. So I appreciate that. And without ravers and without the DJs, because there's so much out there.
Well, you play with a certain kind of passion behind the decks, do you know what I mean? And it's a good question what you've asked there, because if I was to describe your style, I don't know what it is. Do you know what I mean? I know I love it. You know, it's unique, it's underground, but
That's nice.
you can't put it in anywhere, and that's what happens, you know, with music. You get pigeonholed, innit?
Going back to that style thing, I mean, you've mentioned a couple of times you feel like it might have held you back or not got you some bookings.
I don't mind that though. I think that's good.
Yeah, but well,
I like it.
that's your style.
Yeah, but I like that. I wasn't actually complaining, but thank you anyone who did.
Yeah.
When you start off, and then you say no, it's like, okay, I'm not going to book her because you're not going to fit in. It's great, I'll get it.
What would you call that style though? What would you, or wouldn't you call it? It's
Kinda
just
like,
Sarah style.
Yeah, just like underground.
Yeah.
No, but you know, I mean, some of the best DJs, they play their way. You with me? And it's like whether you get it or you don't get it, and not everyone gets it.
Yeah,
I have a little bit.
That's
I'm
true.
like Chuck and Mama.
But some of the music, all right, some of the DJs play their style, but some of Sarah's music I've never heard anywhere else.
Thank you.
You know,
That's
similar to
brilliant. I
Chewy.
find that
Some of the
brilliant.
tracks what Chewy
I mean, I
plays,
tell you,
never
from
heard it.
my point of view, you know, if I go to a club, I want to hear a DJ that makes my ears kind of twitch, you know, prick up a little bit. You don't, you know, but that's kind of like, you know, that's that passion you have to
definitely,
hear
I
the
agree.
new, to hear someone doing a little bit something different,
Yeah,
maybe
that's
even
true.
taking a risk or two.
And I
But
think-
have you ever found? I mean, it's quite strange. Like even no problem at all. Even with like what we've done here. I mean, I was saying earlier, Col's probably one of the only promoters in London that supports London DJs. I mean, you'd never go for names. You go for what you like.
Yeah, go for
Regardless
that.
whether they're here, there, or over there.
100%.
And also, like, gender's never been an issue.
No.
Do you know what I'm saying? And we've
What,
had
my gender?
we've had no. Definitely not. You're a man. But the other side of it as well is, you know, we've had a couple. We've had Marcia Carr here, who's like solid. Yeah, I mean, massive on the underground scene. A total music
She's
aficionado.
lovely. Spot
We've
on.
had Lady T, who's like, you know, the queen of underground, and yourself now as well. Do you find gender's ever been a problem on the scene? Because
No.
I find it's not. You know,
I
you
don't.
guys in particular have always just been DJs.
Yeah, I think. No, not really. I think what's funny is, say like you're doing on the Facebook and you're attacking, they'll go, bad girl DJ, so it's fine, but some people might take offence, ladies. So,
Sure,
well,
exactly,
She should be
exactly.
bad girl, she should be like bad DJ.
Bad
but
DJ, full stop.
We're all kind of tight, this community, so I think in terms of like the raving scene, so you're not going to be offended by that, 100%. But it is nice when you go out and you do a set and you feel it when you come up after. You think, oh God, that was all right. Because I get really nervous, whether or not you guys know.
I haven't noticed.
But yeah, so I'm just like, oh my God, and then I get into that third or fourth tune. I feel like I'm rolling.
Right,
Okay,
relax,
here we go, we're rolling, and then I'm all right. Then
Cool.
I come off, you know, 'cause you can tell. Every DJ can tell you've had a really bad set or a good set.
Oh, of course,
Makes sense.
yes,
Makes sense.
yeah,
So,
for sure.
but I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all, and I've just had no issues.
It makes sense. It makes perfect
Yeah.
sense. So would you feel how has music changed, or how has the scene changed? You know, over the time, regardless of COVID, but how has the scene changed?
I think, I think a lot of people is buying or listen to more different tracks than what they were used to. Just to my knowledge, what I've been seeing on like Facebook Live. You've got the Mixcloud now. You've got the Twitch, which is new app or big platforms to promote your music and DJs. And there's DJs that are coming up that you don't really kind of know about or you do hear about, and it's really really pushed them. So I kind of like that, and I think if you're in a situation where you're not kind of growing, obviously with COVID now, you're not doing that.
Sure. Yeah.
Right, it's not doing dances and stuff. I think that's really, really great. But music-wise, I go on my track source, I go on my beat pool, I roll my music.
Oh, you just crack on.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you've got to be
I
open-minded.
mean, you do come across, and I've been waiting for a while to meet you because I've seen you and heard you play and stuff like that, and I've never had a chance to actually sit down and have a little chat. Sort of DJ chat, do you know what I mean?
Thank you.
And you don't seem to be in it for the ego. You're there just to do your thing, just to play your music.
Thank you.
And if people connect with it, then like you're saying,
I'm happy with that, because you're not going to like everything. There's so many amazing DJs out there. There's so many different sounds. You're not going to like everything, but I love what I do, and I don't do it just to get a booking, but. Radio helps you. People listen in, you get the listening.
Yeah. Great
it's
feedback
great.
from
It's
the radio.
Like, that makes your night. It makes my night.
Fantastic.
So,
Well, we're looking forward to that, aren't we?
Definitely.
So you'll be playing. You're playing the first, second set.
Second set.
Second set. So you'll be on at
10:30.
10:30. Looking forward to it. Thank you very much,
Thank you so
everybody.
much, Steve.
DJ Sarah Finesse. We really look forward to it later. Thank you very much.
everyone.
Grab yourself a drink.
Yes,
And
please.
go for it. Right. So anyway, that was great. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Just in case you didn't know, this is the Me Casa, Su Casa, live InTeRLaceD live.
Session number 7.
I like the red T-shirt, bro.
Thank you. Thought I'd come with something different today.
Do you remember the T-shirts are still available now?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Right. So that was DJ Sarah Finesse. She'll be coming up. She'll be playing the later set tonight. We're going through till midnight. It is Friday night, so we might as well have a party. Get yourselves a drink, kick the furniture back, turn it up.
Yes, get the home sound
And
systems
let's
ready.
introduce our next guest.
Yes.
Good friend of mine, good friend of yours.
Yes, very
Everybody, DJ Chewy. You might want to twitch that mic up a little bit there because you're so tall.
From the short lady.
Right, everybody.
Welcome, sir.
DJ Chewy, welcome.
Evening.
Welcome. Finally got you down here. Nice to have you down.
Yeah, I'm honoured. Absolutely honoured.
Fantastic. So again, I mean, we're going to start with my sort of usual question. How do you guys connect?
you always stump me on this question. You know what I want to say? I want to say Bridget's party. I want to say that, but I think it's even goes
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it goes back
even further than
a lot
that.
further,
Yeah, Gerard's or something like that.
Yeah, Gerard. Because
Yeah.
I think I first got into the kind of housey, garagey scene in Aquarium.
Yeah. Oh
Absolute Sundays.
yes.
I was down
Absolute
there
Sundays.
for
Oh,
about
God.
2000
Yeah.
One, I think, or maybe 2000. I think. No, before that. Yeah, what talking about 95.
Yeah.
Up
From way
to
back.
2000.
From way back then.
I was
Yeah.
resident there for about 3 years, and then moved up to the Temple nightclub when they took ownership of that,
Ah, yes.
which was a challenge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that I think definitely over the years.
Yeah,
artists,
man. Yeah,
many,
definitely.
many,
Always.
Oh,
always,
yeah.
you
I
know.
mean, I don't know where I haven't seen you. It's easier to
No,
mention
yeah,
where
I
I
do
haven't seen
party
you
a lot.
than where I would have
You
seen
do,
you.
that's
do you
true,
know what
that's
I mean?
true, that's
I mean,
true.
do you remember, did you used to do the roller disco?
Yeah, I was resident there. I
Yeah, do you
started
remember?
at
I used to come and check you on Fridays
that's
with
right.
Johnny.
Steve. Steve Feelgood.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Oh, was that in Vauxhall?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, because I started.
So,
up at
no,
Bagley's.
we're getting
Sorry.
it. That was the connection.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. But so, Chewy, where does it start with you? For a start, where does the Chewy come from?
My father's from Guyana, so he's always called me Matthew. and I had a sweet fetish when I was younger, and he still calls me Machu. So I think it started there. Sweet fetish, it just became Chewy. It was kind of natural. Although I love Star Wars.
And you're tall. It's got nothing. You're not as airy, and you're not as.
And oddly, my son's called Harrison Luke Richards.
Oh, serious? Okay. Yeah. That's right. Harrison.
So where does it start with, like, I mean, did Chewy come before DJing, or did you?
Oh yeah, no. DJing came first. I'd say like music was the first kind of attraction in my life, really, for entertainment and. Medication.
I
think I've been quite fortunate with my age, being 21. 49, hands up, 71. So I kind of grew up with my father from Guyana, so he loved real reggae music, Al Green, Peter Tosh, real quality, real reggae, not dance or anything like that. And then my mum was more into the kind of your Dale Warwick, Patti LaBelle,
Can you imagine the sounds coming out of that household, man?
So from a young age I was quite influenced, and I was into kind of reggae, soul, anything kind of from the West Indies, really. And so my first love for music, I'd say, was jungle, because it kind of interlinked everything that I love. From rare grooves to reggae to early soul music.
Especially that early jungle stuff where they were using a lot of the rare groove samples.
That's right. And mixing it with reggae as well.
I found that really interesting, that period of the jungle.
It kind of resonated the streets, as the saying goes. So for me that was like my first DJ love. And
what was you playing that sound at the time?
Even before then, like when I was 15, 16, me and my cousin, his name's Junior, and I shouldn't admit this online or anywhere. But my first name's obviously Matthew, so we created our own sound system called Jam Discos.
Okay.
And I think I've learnt a lot of people skills or reading the crowd skills from playing music that I didn't really love myself, but I saw the reaction in people.
Response from the crowd.
So I'd play anything, rock and roll, you name it, whatever people asked for, and so that gave me, like, I think they call it aptitude, be able to read the crowd and adapt.
So you've had a kind of eclectic sort of mix of music from an early age, then?
Yeah, definitely.
And you've had a proper schooling in the DJ realm.
Yeah, and I have to say, I think I'm quite fortunate with my age and what I've seen and experienced and learned, and very, 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 very lucky. Yes, I kind of went from the jungle, and I kind of think, for myself, I used to love, and I still love, MCs that I love, like host MCs. So for me, that scene changed from jungle, and then, being totally truthful, hands up, I think a lot of the MCs telling their own stories, for me, lost its real attraction.
Well, I kind of like, are you familiar with DT? There was DT and ME, and they were my resident MCs all the time. Because I mean, if there was any MCs that knew when to just cut it out, let the DJ do his thing, and then just give it that little.
You're
bit
right
of
on
a
that.
boost
I agree with
there,
you.
And they had their party lines. It was like, where it used to remind me like the old real hip hop. Where it was like, put your hands in the air and just keep it simple. But like you're saying, then the MCing, especially in the garage scene, became much more relevant, which obviously turns into grime.
It became more dominant over the music. The MC became the forefront, and the music was like the background or the beat. Do you know what I mean?
It didn't work out for me because some of the MC groups were kind of big. It kind of forced its way, and I think it kind of had an effect on the movement.
Overshadowed the DJs a little bit at the time, though. It really did.
Same thing happened with the kind of jungle scene. Then it moved on to the UK garage scene, which was predominantly similarly. It resonated the streets. It was fong songs, and it was music. But when I think you saw people singing these mad lyrics, it kind of changed.
It changed the atmosphere as well, didn't it? You know what I mean?
But I think it's been for the good.
Well, it's better in the long term. Yeah, of course, because it brought a lot of people through, and it created other genres. Do you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So,
Definitely.
It's strange how one door's open many.
Always.
You know what I mean? And you've obviously seen that coming through. So there you are. You've come through that. When did the love come for the house?
I think kind of like during the development of the jungle scene. Because I was kind of very much, I used to go a hell of a lot of jungle, and then you had these alternative rooms. You know, if you went to AWOL, Paradise, you had the hardcore room, and went to the other room, all the nice looking people in the other room.
I think I played in the other room.
Yeah,
I used to do it for Thunder and Joy as well. Do you ever know Thunder and Joy?
Oh yeah. I used to love Thunder and Joy.
I used to do the back room there as well, and we just took that edge off. Do you know what I mean? We used to go in there and play some nice soulful house.
Something different.
Say, didn't they? Yeah, I used to love that. Or when you come down the stairs on the right hand side, I used to go to the left.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, yeah?
We know.
To the left, to the left.
Through all that. I mean, have you done like radio residencies?
I've done a slits here all over the place. I used to play on Choice, I used to play on Millennium, Upfront. I've done loads of shows here and there and all over the place. Nothing kind of very consistent. I think Millennium and Dance, I was on there for a couple of years. But where I've had kind of like quite a busy lifestyle, even with roller disco, that was every Saturday for 6 years. Aquarium every Sunday
Quite
for.
a commitment, isn't it?
Yeah, massive commitment.
Well done.
But I've noticed, I mean, bringing it up to the now, because Chewy's going on first, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's coming up soon, folks. So stay with us. We're getting there. Don't worry. Lots of music to come. We're on until midnight. You know what I mean? You know you're in tune with.
Take time,
Don't worry.
take time.
But so I've noticed you've really taken a grip of like the past year of lockdown and everything, and you've been doing some serious live streams. on Facebook.
They're amazing, man.
I mean, I think you've been a lifeline to a few people out there. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know, I just like that bit of connectivity.
Yeah. Well, hence this is what this is about.
And it's escapism for me. Like every week on a Friday, I've been doing it for a good few years. And no matter how bad or good or...
I think it's become more relevant now, though. I mean, I've seen you sort of out there a bit more now. More people are sharing, more people are getting involved.
Yeah, you know, it's getting there. I've just got to get used to the technology and how it's changing.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm fantastic with a Sinclair Spectrum.
Wasn't that
The modern one. How did that start though, Chewy? How did you start? What you like Friday? Think right? Let me just do a Facebook live.
Ace Shalon.
Yeah.
He does his.
He was doing Dino.
Harmony. So he's doing Thursdays, and he invited me down there a few times. And I just thought, why don't I do a Friday? I just started doing the Friday, and absolutely love it. It's really nice to have that bit of community and see a bit of the feeling and that bit of interactivity.
Yeah, just a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just one or two people. I mean, again, you know, we never set out to do. I mean, you know, Cole came to us over a year ago now.
Yep. Yeah, let's do this for a little bit, for a couple of weeks.
And, you know, and it was just for you just to be able to connect.
That's right.
That, you know, you're going to continue what you're doing, and you're just waiting for the best news that comes out of all of this.
This is
and here we are, over a year later.
Still
some of the
cracking on.
figures have been sensational. The support and everything's just been like.
Have been amazing.
Yeah, amazing, isn't it?
It's people that you've had at Macassa, so it's been expected.
Yeah, it's been wonderful,
really.
man. Really appreciate the support and everything. You know what I mean? One thing I was going to say, just going back a little bit, when you do your shows, like if anyone's never seen somebody do multitasking, like let's say man can't multitask, Chewy's playing music, he's responding to the chat, he's chatting on the mic. I don't know how you do it, bro.
Nor do I.
He's just amazing, and he does it seamlessly. You watch his show, he does it seamlessly.
No, I take vitamins on a Friday night, and I think the best one, I think a little iron drink. I think they call it Coversier.
Coversier, I love that. I take the same thing, man. I'm on that same medication.
I think once you're in it and you're hiding, your mood changes. So like, there's been times you've been like quite tense and so forth. The whole week, you just can't. I can't personally wait till I get to a Friday. Just
well, you know what? Sorry to cut you. It is Friday.
Yeah.
I think it's about that time. I mean, is there anything more you want to say?
No.
I mean, I'm gagging for some music right now. It's Friday night. You know what I mean? I'm going to go crack a beer. And then just see. I mean, I do believe DJ Chewy's on first. He's doing 10 till...
He's doing 9 till 10:30.
9 till 10. Sorry, I still think it's Sunday, people. So don't even listen to me. You know what I mean, I'm all
and
lost.
From 10:30 till midnight, we've got Sarah.
Sarah. So
Finesse.
So what we're going to do? We're just going to. Guys, anyway, calm down. Thank you for everyone for joining. I mean, the numbers are just popping up all over the place on Mixcloud. Let your friends know. Tell everybody.
Share.
Chewy's coming on first. We're just going to have a little 5-minute break. get yourself a drink, push the furniture back, dim the lights down low, turn the bass up, and get ready to go. It's me, Casa, Esu Casa, Friday night party, InTeRLaceD live. Let's do this, baby.